Hey, what's up, guys? Mark here at MP Repairs, bringing you guys another video. Something different, sort of, in a way. Um, my friend's mom, Sophia, they brought in a phone, iPhone 8 Plus, today, and I was kind of puzzled because I couldn't really figure out right off the back. The phone said disabled, and let me see if I can actually get that to show in there. Um, Oh, I'm a little bit big over here. Let me go ahead and shrink down, get out of the guy's way. There you go. And anyways, the phone, let me see if it'll boot up right now. No. The reason for that, it might be in DFU mode. However, the computer's not picking it up. Let me see if I can get out of that mode if in fact it is in DFU mode. If you hold these down for about 10 seconds, usually a reboot. In this case, we might not have it. No. Maybe the battery finally died out and it's not charging. So when I would plug in the USB cable, the phone would turn on. So it was reading some communication with the USB with the charging port. So that's what I figured first, right off the bat. You know, maybe the charging port. Replace the charging port, still the same problem. So then I maybe thought that the buttons, I've seen it where the side volume buttons don't work, so because of that we can't press the combo, therefore the phone will not go into DFU mode. So switch the buttons or whatever, just kind of overlap them to test another one. Same issue still. So once I got all of that and still nothing was working, that's when I decided to dig a little bit deeper and took this whole thing apart. So let me see if I'll be able to do this on camera. This is going to be a little bit tricky. I have a mess here like crazy. Diode mode is something between diode mode and VXW for having the proper reading. Sometimes from a donor board, sometimes from the program. I use VXW. There's another one from Paul Daniels that I've been wanting to get into, but I still haven't. Flexboard, viewboard, something like that. Excuse me if I'm not saying it correctly, but that's going to be something that I use in the future. I just haven't had the time to mess with it and download it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and go to. Alright, so now unfortunately I don't have the readings for you guys to actually be able to see. Let's kind of zoom out. So in here is where I have to start reading practically the readings from each and every single one of these pins. Well, I started going through them. First, I was getting some numbers a little bit off down here where it seemed that it was shorted to ground. I forgot what pins exactly were, which I kind of came down here and replaced some components, which is why that's the way that it is. However, after that, went back again on there. Those two little caps yes, there was two caps in there that were shorted out. Replaced the caps, and still the same issue. So started checking a little bit more, and one of the readings, let me actually pull it up here real quick. Where is it at? Is the DFW open? It is. Awesome. So let's go ahead and go here. And we'll make this real big. We are looking for the 8 Plus outcome. Let's go ahead and see real quick. And we want to look mainly at these readings. Did I click on the right 8 Plus? Why doesn't this have readings? The Intel 8 Plus. The Intel doesn't have anything. Bam. Okay, so I was missing the surface. Great. So we got these components down here replaced. Let me zoom in here a little bit more. Make this bigger. Alright, so pretty much all these readings, everything, sometimes they were a little bit off, which again, that's not that big of a difference. Now if you see there are big difference numbers, then yes, I would kind of troubleshoot or find out what's going on. However, after I was done with everything, I was under the impression that these were ground, which in fact they weren't. If we go to the other side, they're ground, and usually those tend to be ground from what I've seen for the most part. So I kind of completely overlooked these until I realized that there was some readings on there and decided to check the reading on those. And I don't remember exactly what I got. Let me see here real quick. Go back and check. Positive on ground, and if we go there, we are getting OL for open line. So when we go back and pull this out, where does this little guy go? So we got a few connectors here that you can see right away. And just so you know, on the board, these three, hold on, let me see. Where am I? These three marked in red, the big ones, on the actual component down here, it had
what we do here is go back,
this whole bracket, which that's why I always think that those are ground, but this may be a first or something different for me at least. So anyways, if we zoom back out, we got quite a few options in here. And I kind of started testing, and everything kind of seemed almost the same. So once we zoom completely back all the way out, this back out, if we follow that on the other side of the board, we have U3300. U3300 is our charging IC, I believe, if I'm correct. Let me see here. Yep, that's going to be our Tigris. And usually I've had it where if Tigris is bad, it just doesn't do anything. This one was still picking up, charge. It was still waking up with, connected to the computer. However, the computer still wasn't registering it. So I completely overlooked all of that. So let's go ahead and change this little chip and see if this solves the problem. This little guy right there. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what happens if we do that. Let me come back over here. Let's disconnect this. Now I gotta pull the board out. Womp, 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 womp. Do I have my tools here to do that? No, I do not. Do I have a flathead? I have a flathead. I already must have a screwdriver. Okay, and let me see here. Most of the screws were already actually removed from this particular board. So we'll put that one over there. See, before I got my standoff screwdriver, I used to use a flathead, which works just as good, sort of. But now that I got used to the standoff screwdriver, it does make it that much easier. So I'm gonna put the housing on the side, and I gotta find out, okay, what size was it? Let me draw. Oh, you guys probably can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, actually, I'm about to go to the scope, so. Alright. So, Tigris is gonna be this little fella right there. If I'm not mistaken, let me just make sure that I'm looking at the right IC. Yeah, because the other two are apps. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's gonna be U3300. Let me just double check. Make sure that that's the right IC. Okay, so now just want to make sure I have the right schematic, not the diagram. That one's there, that's there, that's there. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be our U3300. Let's just protect everything and yank it all over. Hopefully I don't knock anything else. There's a lot of really close by components here, guys. Let me just kind of warm up a little bit before everything else. I use nickels a lot. They're pretty thick and absorb most of the heat. That's what's worked great for me. Alright. Of course, everybody's gonna have their own choice. Alright, so this little fella is gonna be probably, and it's gonna be real hot, so I don't want to put it on my finger. It's gonna burn. Let me show you how small this thing is. That's the little guy that we just kind of got off. Pretty small. So, we'll put this little fella aside. And, where is... I had a board. Hold on. Maybe it's down here. Yep, it's down here. And he doesn't have it. Alright, time to reach into my pile of donors. Mute that over there real quick. Alright, so I don't have any brand new ones of these. I haven't ordered any of them. So I'm going to have to use from a donor board that we had earlier today. That the board was practically cracked in half from... Uh-oh. My headset is low on battery. Let's, we can hurry up. Because if my headset dies, no more audio. Man, this board is literally flexed. Alright. Let me try to rush. I usually don't like to rush things, but this is something fairly simple for the most part. Oh, beautiful. We got a nice big one in there. Alright, this other board didn't have that IC. Oh, it's a different Intel. Oh no, it's not. It's a Qualcomm, but it's been already pulled off, so that'll be it. So there's your little donor guy. Dot is on me, remember that? I'm not gonna cover anything on this board. Not even really. I'll kind of preheat it. Okay. That thing came off easily. Alright, so now I need my stencil. Let's clean this little fella up and then let's reball it, shall we? I'm trying to hurry up because zoom back out so you guys can see better. You heat up, heat up, heat up, heat up, beep. Come on, give me that beep. Here it comes. Alcohol. Alright. So, if you're watching this, Sophia, this is your mom's phone. I'm working on it. Initially, we thought it was just going to be a charging port issue or something more basic. Turns out to be it's a little bit more than that. And you know what's funny is this IC actually is missing one of the things, or one of my stencils missing it. It is missing. Alright. So that means that this one goes like so. Alright, guys. Now I gotta get the thermal paste in here. I might be switching to solder balls just to see how that works out over the paste. I mean, I think the paste is great, but I want to try something different. Just to see how the balls do. And I think technically this is the exact same thing. It's just simply micro balls. Now these ICs sometimes work out perfect the first time. Sometimes I'm messing up. I need new stencils anyway. Beautiful. Those seem like they went perfectly fine. These tweezers are not big enough. Alright, so that was pretty painless. Solder balls look to be beautiful. Just blow them. Nice and shiny. Ooh, lucky one there like that. Alright, so we'll put this little guy aside. Now we gotta clean this, and we have to be careful because there's a lot of components right next to this guy. And if I'm not careful, I will knock some things over. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Stupid music was playing the whole time and I didn't even realize it. Screw the music. Alright, let's clean this up. Hopefully it's not too bad. What this tip do? This is gonna be tricky. I can tell some of those are grounds because they're freaking. Alright, more flux, more flux. Holy moly, that was a lot. Big old blob. Oh well. That's the thing, you could never really have too much flux. But not having enough will make a difference. Alright, hopefully I didn't disturb any neighbors. do apologize about the music being on. I don't even know why it's doing in this scene in this channel. It should have been off this scene, but looks like there's still quite a few amount of solder in there, but it won't matter. Trust me. Again, that is way too much flux. And now this is, by me saying now it is too much flux, usually the only reason why is because I don't want the chip floating around. Once I'm putting this in here, I don't, and it starts to bubble and everything, it could be a bad thing. See, there's extremely too much in there. And I can see very slightly that the dot is right there pointing at me, as we discussed earlier, to remember. Now, all right. Hopefully this IC doesn't start jumping all over the place. There you go. All right, that should be good enough. It should find its place. And 3, 2, 1, and there you go. I just saw it sit down. It's extremely close to all these other chips. It's crazy. All right, that was just a little nudge just to make sure that everything was seated properly. All right, so let's give it a couple of seconds so it can cool off. And my headset's still working, so I'm still alive. Get these nickels out of the way. Ugh, it's all wet down there. Let's get some alcohol to clean this up real quick. And I don't know. What do y'all think? I think this is going to fix the problem? Or we're going to have some other issue? Alright, so I'm just kind of clearing off all that extra flux that was on top. Kind of, sort of. This stuff could get everywhere very quickly. Alright. This board is pretty warm still. Let's let it cool off. And as it does that, let's go back to here. Trying to find out how I had this before. Okay, well, let's go back to try to put this back in here. That would work. Okay, well, let's just do that for now. My hands will probably be all in the way. I'm just trying to rush just so I can at least finish the video, and then I'll button up this thing properly. When you're racing against time, everything wants to work against you. Alright. So, standoff screws. I don't have my standoff screwdriver. I'm only going to put 2 of them just to kind of secure the board. I am really hoping that this actually boots into DFU or something. If not, we will have to go back to the drawing board. But before we even do anything, let's check diode mode. See if anything has changed. Let's go back over here to the scope. I'm curious now. Are we gonna have a different reading, or are we gonna have the same? If we have the same, we're screwed. But we have 0.861. All right, 0.861. I like that. Now, what is it supposed to be? Our reading 1.4. So it's a little bit off, but let's just see here. I don't got everything connected. Actually, let me see here. I was in ohms reading. All right, so let's read this one more time. We're still low. We're still at a 0.4 compared to what? 1.4, and I'm getting a 0.4. Now, I don't know if the readings sometimes they're off on this thing. Then again, I don't have a lot of other stuff connected, so let's plug everything up. I'm getting something now. Let's just at least let's see what it's gonna do. And it's funny how this phone got disabled. Apparently, somebody's nephew's son was playing with it, and it was locked, and too many times, and the thing ended up getting locked permanently or something, or disabled. But it's weird that it just would not register at all. So let's just see. We may have maybe another line somewhere in there, another dead cap, shorted cap, something. There you go. There you go. All right, so everything's kind of in there. Now, will it work? Are we gonna get a battery? Ooh, my hand slipped, sorry. Battery. No, no battery. Maybe it's really dead. Well, that's definitely going to answer a question as to why the reading was possibly 0.4 rather than 1.4. Still waiting to see just to make sure. Let me actually put it on this side just to see what I get on my amp meter gizmo. Nada. It is dead. Like dead. Just make sure I connected everything in there, right? That's there. I could have sworn this thing was getting a reading before. I'm telling you, this phone has me on a loop right now. Okay, so just to confirm, I am going to boot the phone directly from my power supply. And I know my microphone's going to cut off pretty soon here. So when and if that does happen, I am sorry. I might end up pausing the video and continuing it at a later time. Let's see what we get if we try to boot this manually. Will the phone still boot? Did I create a new problem somewhere? iPhone 8 Plus. Connect all these gadgets. All right. might have to hold these down. Let's go there. Turn that on. All right. So we apparently have a new problem that I might have created. The second I turn this thing on, 1.8 amps. So this thing, even if I, yeah, so there's definitely something's getting warm when I feel it. Now, remember there was 2 caps that were shorted out that I replaced. Well, apparently we still got something else, and hopefully it doesn't mess up our Tigris once again. So now for this, I have another gadget that I use to find these shorts. And 1.8, I'm pretty sure 1.8 amps, we should be able to see something get hot on the board. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a good way of showing you guys how this thing's going to work. I got to use my phone. It's practically an infrared camera. That's that. My microphone is still working. I wonder what other line this thing is hot. Let's see here. Let's pull this sticker off completely. I'll put it on later. I'll make sure that I'm not missing it. Alright, so let's look under the scope here real quick. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't short anything by accident. No, all of that looks good. A little nasty, but looks good. You got flux everywhere. Got pelos everywhere. I got pelusa. What is this nasty? Is that more flux? Did flux get all the way over here? Okay. So, alright, so let's do this one again with the, where's the power supply cable at? Where's my A plus? Just here, buddy. Back. Alright, so this is off. So let's hook up my power supply. And again, remember, I'm trying to rush this. It might bite me in the ass later. It might not. Trying to just hurry up so I can see if I can finish it without my headset dying. Alright. So that's in there. Let me just make sure we still have the same effect. Yep. My amps shoot up to 1.8. The second I turn it on, so we definitely have another short somewhere in there. Shoot, I need my phone for this. Where's my phone? There it is. What I have here is my thermal camera. This thing was a little expensive, but worth it. And then I had to purchase the additional lens for it. So it actually, I'm able to look at the parts at a much closer level. Alright, so anyways, for this I have to take my freaking case off my phone. I need to get the adapter. Alright. Come on. And this stupid chair. The hydraulic thing on it is messed up. Alright, now for this, you guys may not be able to really see because I'm going to move this and everything out of the way. Now I'm going to go to the other side. Yeah, this is going to be... what did I do? No, Siri, go away. Put that down. Where is my heavyweight? There you go. All right, so you guys kind of get an idea what I'm doing here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. All right, so the board is there, and see, this is the app that's gonna for the thermal. It's kind of hard to show you guys, so y'all gonna have to just kind of bear with me here. And let me go ahead and see if I can see where this heat is coming from. I think it's kind of warm, so I'm gonna chill it real quick. So when I turn this on, woo! So it is showing the chip that we just installed. It burns. God, I wish you guys could see this, you know? How can I show you? Maybe if I do it like this. No, maybe so. Alright, so yeah, maybe that will work. Okay, so let's get close. There's the IC that we replaced, and then boom, look at that. Woof, that thing just lights up. Woof, that's quick. Watch one more time. Well, I'm getting away from it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there's something that I did wrong. I could have messed it up, not put it in there properly. Something, maybe when I nudged it a little bit, I could have maybe shorted some balls inside of it. The chip itself could have been bad. I mean, it was from a broken phone that the board was cracked. There's a number of things that could be the issue here. Okay, I'm a little bit kind of trying to rush and losing my train of thought. So, in the time being, we're going to pull that guy back off. And I'm going to see if I can find another one of these guys. But yeah, show you guys back again. I'm going to pull this guy back off real quick. But see, tools like that come handy where you're able to tell sometimes it speeds up the process. All right, let me pull this guy over. Get beside it, and 3, 2, 1, just nope, nope. There you go. All right, so just the way that this chip came off, and all those solder balls look. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Normally, when you pull them off and there's like a short down there, you could usually tell and blame the actual chip. I mean, blame the the way the chip was in there, that there was a short. But being that I'm not seeing anything like that underneath there, I'm gonna take a guess and say that this chip was just bad. Kind of sucks. Because I don't have another one. I'm trying to remember who else uses this one. I think the iPhone X uses the same one. Let me look at the part number. SN2501, blah, 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 blah. All right, and then just to be sure, yeah, that thing was towards me. So that was right. That was right. SN2501. All right, let's move this little guy out of the way. And let me look at this motherboard over here, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find this guy out here. No, it's missing. Damn you. Okay, do I have another A plus motherboard, or I gotta see who else has it? Look, here's another freaking board. Oh, never mind, it's the same one that I initially pulled it off of. I don't know what happened here. Okay, let me see who else has this chip real quick. I think the 8 boards are going to be the exact same ones as well. So let me grab some boards because I don't have them separated the way that I should. So finding an 8 board is still going to be a little challenging. That looks like a 7. These look all the same. Meanwhile, my headset's dying. Tell me the same thing. Oh, don't have underfill? They put underfill on an 8? Ah, oh, Navagan. This is gonna be a nightmare. Alright. No panic. Don't panic, Mario. Do it. There it is. That's your little guy. Alright. Let's see what I'm gonna need to do to get this guy out of here. I don't care about anybody else. I just want to get this guy out. I might just pull everything that comes with it. Whoever wants to come, even if I rip pads on the bottom, not worried. Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to make sure that this, in fact, was our issue. But look at all this freaking underfill. Now those components want to come off already. Yep, nobody wants to stay. Go away, people. That's fine. Don't want y'all here anyway. Oh, seeing starter balls come out to the bottom. Get out of there. Bye-bye. Makes my job easier. Are you gonna come off, buddy? You still have more underfill I gotta break away from? Alright, so the only underfill that I can't really get to is right here. Oh shoot, that was actually all underfill. I thought it was like a half. Okay. It should be able to come off now. Perfecto. Alright, so now I gotta clean that chip. We'll save this as a little guy. Anything else that came out of it. But my mic still working, surprisingly. After this thing says low battery, I don't know how much time I actually have left, how much life. Trying to see how I'm gonna. Yeah. That underfill crazy on the bottom. Why? Why did they put it underfill so crazy on this one and not on the other one? I don't know. Alright, no biggie. We'll just shower it in flux. And we'll clean it. And hope that it comes off. doesn't want to come off like it normally does. I know y'all really can't see. Trust me, I can't really see either. Alright, so let's see how good or bad job did I do. Man, there's a lot of nasty stuff in here. Disgusting. My daughter says, disgusting. Disgusting. My main question is, did I clean all the underfill from this chip? And the answer is for the most part. Okay, so now that's easier to work with. I can work with more tweezers, nasty flux. And let's just carefully scrape off whatever we left off in there. Nope, not my fine tweezers, it's my razor blade. Sophia, this is what I'm doing for your mama. No, my battery's gonna die. It just said recharge headset. Alright. No, that's still a lot of. And I can leave most of this, a lot of it. This doesn't affect it. The underfoot doesn't do anything. I just don't want it to be in my way when I reball it and then when I reseat this thing. I just don't want to scratch too much because I don't want to dig into the board. I mean the board, the IC. And then have to mask it up and la la la. And I'm not really looking forward to all of that. So I'm gonna run with this, and I'll make my decision based on how my balls look after this. My balls look good, we run. If my balls don't look good, we have a problem. But I think my balls are gonna be just fine. Alright, 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 alright. Can y'all see? Right? Don't blink. Ah, my fingers are burning. Hurry up, Mario. Alright, those balls look good. Let's just see how they're gonna look once I drop them. Uh-oh. 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 One ball didn't want to go. Uh-oh, my balls don't look okay. No! It's alright. We'll do it manually. It's just one ball. I'm okay with just one. You know what I'm kind of thinking? Again, these balls are like, I don't know, they look big. First time for everything. All right, where's that missing ball? Gonna come with me, guy? Take you to your home. All right. Can we place that ball where it's supposed to go? Right there. Bam. All right. Now, hopefully this damn thing doesn't freaking blow it away. Because if so, I'm in trouble. Nope. Ball sat down perfectly fine. All right. So let's take one more look at my balls real quick. They look mighty fine. A little bit big, but they look okay. So let's bring back this one more time. Oh, and then definitely what I gotta do here is take off all that extra solder because there is a lot in there. And if there's one thing I can tell you, what was hot? Why did it look so warm? I don't know. I'm just surprised my headset's still alive, honestly, guys. I'm trying to rush this. And, all right. So that's gonna do it for that. Let's clear this really, really quick. Oh, I got all these pubes in there now. All right, so we're gonna get a little bit of flux this time. I'm not gonna grab a whole bunch like I did earlier. Put it all over the place. Bam. Even that's too much. But that'll do. All right. My head's still working. I don't even know how. All right, the little dot's gonna point me. All right, gotta rotate this little fellow. He looks like it's been through hell and back. I'm sorry, little guy. This is all for testing and learning purposes. We've never seen this issue. Ah, come on, guy. Work with me. There you go. All right, where's my nickels? Dimes. There you go. Cover everybody up. Everybody's good. Dot's pointing at me. Let's let this guy sit down. Board's still a little bit warm. I'm not gonna nudge it this time. I'm just gonna let it sit. And I just saw it sit, but it looked like it sat crooked. Kinda didn't like the way it sat. Let's see here. I still nudged it. Okay, it's sat. There you go. It's even. It sat on one side before it did on the other. It set one cheek and then the other cheek. All right. Now, once again, I'm going to go into diode mode and check my readings and see if my readings are more normal this time. I'm just gonna wipe off any flux off the surface. Test 1, test 2. My headset's still working. I don't know how. Alright, so diode mode. Where is my probes? Probes. Can I? Yeah, I don't even need my freaking thing. I don't need to go into the scope for this real quick. Since I'm measuring from the outside to the outside, and I get... You gotta be kidding me, right? It's 0. Almost like if we're back to square one. I get, oh well, actually, I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? Getting OL. This has got to be a joke. Somebody's trolling me. I might have to leave this video for another day where I can finish it in peace and check things properly. Since right now I'm just kind of shooting in the dark and hoping that I hit something. Alright. If we hit power, we get 0.13, 0.24, 0. Okay, so we're no longer getting the short. 0.02 at boot. 0.01. This one is not booting. Nope. Nope. Alright, so what have we done here? Make sure everything's connected right. Nope, this is not working right. Okay, so let's go back to the drawing board, shall we? Let's go ahead and see here. What else we got? What else we have connected to these little guys? We literally have OL, open line, meaning something somewhere is broken. Now I hope this is not making contact down at the bottom, and oh, it might have been. I don't like this. Why does it have foil right here at the bottom? The conductor? It's not. Let me check this, because if that's a conductor, man, better not beep. Beeps there. Shoot, it kind of is a conductor. What the hell? You little fella doing here, man? I don't like you. I'm gonna move you, rip you out of the way. I'll replace you with another one. I just want to make sure nothing else is missing here. Alright, so let's go look at the oh, you know what, look. I'm seeing another guy that's connected to uh-oh. My thing just beeped. Alright, so this little guy here goes to the same thing. So let me check to see if this guy is shorted by any chance. Beep on one side. No. Oh. Are we beeping on both sides? No freaking way. Oh no, I was beeping on top. This I see. Beep. No beep. Beep. No beep. Okay, so we're good there. Apparently, like I said, we have an open line. So let me go back to the XW, and I need to find out. Okay, so Here, and I guess so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing or what I'm looking at. I'm going to be looking at all these components here, 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 and these are the guys. So apparently, I mean, it's just kind of weird. There's just too many lines in there for all of them to be bad. It just makes no sense to have a complete open line. So you know what? Let's just start testing and see where we might have that open line. We're good there. We're good there, of course. All of those are good. All of those are good. All of those are good. And all of those are good. Okay, so the question is, which one of you guys is grounded? Although it's not showing that it's grounded, it's showing open line. Almost as if that little guy didn't sit properly.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Alright guys, so I'm back. So the whole thing that was going on right now was checking more readings. The IC seemed to be perfectly fine. I connected the board to the power supply, tried to boot it. That's when I got all excited. I saw the board was booting on the power supply. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and assemble everything back together. Now, the only reason why I assembled everything back together was because prior to doing so, I had what I showed you guys, a known good board, okay? Because ZXW is giving me numbers, and sometimes they're incorrect. So I said, let me go find a known good board. And what happens when I read those points that ZXW is saying is 1.4, whatever the hell it was? I get open line even on the test on the known good version board. I still get freaking open line. I figured, okay, well maybe the IC was bad. It's been replaced. We'll be fine. But no, and that's the message that I'm talking about. That I was talking. It says iPhone disabled, and there's no time, there's no charging, there's no cable, there's nothing on it. This is the first time I've ever seen this just completely black. As a matter of fact, I need to take a picture of that. Before I forget, because it's something new. Something new. I tried to do a little bit of research on it, and I still can't find anything on it. So let me get a nice picture of this. Oh, did the battery disconnect? But of course it did. And now, even if I put the charger, I'm not getting anything. So I am a little bit, that's the charging IC. I'm going to pull the IC off of this one known good board that I have and put that one on there. There's no reason why. I'm trying to find a place to put this damn phone. I'm going to pull the IC off of this board. There's no reason why it shouldn't work, all right? If that's the issue, of course. Let me check my readings one last freaking time, and just to make sure that my readings are okay. Let me get all of this wet, and actually, let me show you guys. This is a Virgin iPhone 8 logic board that I'm about to rip apart. Not really. I'm just gonna take the freaking charging IC off of it. All right, and now let's pull this sticker off. Oh, my chair keeps going down. I'm gonna take this one out just for the hell of it. I don't need to. I'm not even messing with this stuff. But just so it's out of the way for the future. I need to start separating my boards like I had this one separated and labeled. This is my known good board now. I'm gonna have to get another one. Ah. Chair. Okay, well my headset said I had about less than 2 hours, so maybe I should be able to finish this repair. And anyways, so I'm gonna get my readings one more time. Positive probe on ground. Negative. I'm getting open. Even on the known good board, which is freaking confusing me. That's gonna be ground. That's all open line. How about on the other side? Let me pull that sticker off. Because if those are all the same lines, then I should get something. This is bothering me. Alright, let's get the sticker off. Little fella. Oh, and I just ripped it. Oh, I didn't want to. But it is what it is. My chair keeps going down, and that's annoying. I swear, opening these things, it's like peeling a brand new. There's no underfill on this one. My chair is going down. All right, so we're gonna pull this little guy. There's no underfill. There's nothing. Technically, this is a virgin IC. The other IC that we have is U6300. Let me double check what U6300 is. I think that's Hydra. And it is charging USB charge IC. I don't see anything on those lines. I checked, everything was fine. This is the other little fellow over here. Tigress. Confused now. Who's Tigress and who's Hydra, wasn't it? It is. It is Hydra, U6300. So U63, what? This makes no sense. Am I looking at the what board is this? What the hell? U3600 63. 23's over here. Looking at a diagram and it's showing me a way different location. This doesn't even look like freaking U3600 is something else. They're doing drugs when they did this freaking board for this diagram. USB charging controller IC. Yeah, see, so it's these two guys. It's that one and that one. For shits and giggles, should we just do both? Just to end the night, and if this doesn't work, what time is it? Shoot, it's 1:38. My goodness, I need to get out of here. Alright. Let's put some flux. Let's mess up this beautiful virgin board and squirt all over it. There you go. Let's protect the Nana. Even though I don't think I need anything else from here. I need a freaking board holder. That's what I need to get. Oh, it's all wet now. Look at that. I like them all wet. Alright. Alright, so first we're going to start off with this one. We're going to pull them all off, both these sides though. Come on, little fella, you should be coming off any second now. And 3, 2. Oh, you guys could. Right. Yeah, sorry. This nickel's absorbing all of its heat. Come on, dude, let go. Man. Ah, I chipped it. I don't like nicking these ICs, even though it's cosmetic for the most part. Alright, you want to play rough? We shall play rough. Alright, come to daddy. No more playing, buddy. Just like that. Alright. So we're going to put you here in a safe place. And now your buddy's the next one. Being that the board is pretty warm now, that should fall right off. Alright. So we no longer have a virgin board, which is fine. My next step is to find out what I did with the phone. I have literally a whole freaking mess in here. I guarantee this is gonna be it. I had checked my lines and everything was pointing to the right place, but apparently something was missing. Oh, and earlier I was having an issue with my flathead. I eventually, when I got my standoff screwdriver, I'm telling you, it makes the world of a difference. If you don't have one and you're still using a flathead, get a standoff screwdriver. They will make your life a little bit easier. And in times like these, anything helps. Alright, let's pull this sticker off. We're pulling both of those darn ICs out of the way. Cover the Nana. Alright, let's just lower down my airflow just so I don't start blowing things out of the way in here. Because this board, I don't want to blow things away and do more work than what I have to. Alright, so we pull one off. Left some little balls behind there. Let's go look at the other guy. This guy looks a little mutilated. So I don't blame him. He's probably upset. Alright, this guy came off just nice and fancy. I mean, honestly, this other little guy might end up just falling right back into place. Let me look at his balls real quick. Nope, we're missing balls. Son of a gun. You know what? No, we got balls in here everywhere. No, we're missing some balls. Nope. Don't even think about it, Mario. Reball them, clean the surface, do it the right way. I know you're still kind of just experimenting here, but at the same time, let's find out for all for one. Let's not be like, well, maybe because I did a crappy job. Well, maybe because I was cutting corners. No, this is gonna tell you for sure. Yes or no. Alright, those are all clean. Ooh, let's go solder on this thing. Alright there, little blobby blob. Blob, blob. Whatever, we'll leave it there for now. Want to make sure my surfaces are clean. I need some Q-tips now. Right out of my other ones. Alright, let's grab a little hand bunch. If this doesn't do it, then definitely tomorrow I'll have to sit here and find out, really start tracing, see what's going on, see what's doing who, and what am I missing? Oh, my chair's going down. Chair, I don't want you to go down. Getting warm in here too. Alright, so we'll move that fella over there. Now we gotta rebar these ICs. Start with this guy. It's funny because it's just 6 like Tigress and I forgot what the other one was. That and TriStar. there's been a time when I've done just exactly what I did right now, and it seems as if I have to replace both of them for it to work. If I only do one or the other for whatever reason, I don't know. I've had this outcome before with the 6 models. All right, that one's ready to be reballed. Gotta clean them up. Q-tips. Yeah, I didn't like that other IC anyways. It's something about it just didn't seem right. These ICs look nice. All right, let's just make sure these guys are good. There, we got one right there. Where's the other one? There it is. Beautiful. Now we just need to put some fresh balls on these things, and maybe we'll be okay after that. I can seriously say I'll be able to go home satisfied. If not, I'll still go home satisfied, but I'll keep scratching my head tonight trying to find out what I might have missed. I wish I knew where my long tweezers were at so I don't keep burning my freaking hands. But since I don't, I will keep burning. Alright, put that over there. My lips are getting dry. Oh, hell no. I really hope that I see somewhere nearby. Oh, I see him. Good God, I almost got a heart attack that I lost freaking IC. Here, just so it transforms it quickly. Man, that IC gave me a heart attack. Just a little heart attack. Alright, let's look at the balls on this guy. Alright, beautiful. Alright, you can go over there, hang out with your buddy in the pin. Do not leave. You, guy, need some balls. You are gonna be, well, I guess this one maybe? What a lucky guess. Now, do I have enough paste in here? I don't like when it does that. I don't know what causes it. Maybe I rub on it too hard. Usually this I think will give me bigger solder balls, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yep, exactly what I said. Bigger solder balls in the wrong places. Shit. Alright. So can I just fill in the holes with let me get some fresh paste. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I need to step away from this job. This particular job. This is kind of what I mean. Some jobs are easy, and then some jobs like this can be busting your head on it for a while, and then sometimes still not get anywhere. Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of just shooting here in the dark, so to speak. I mean, I've already checked a lot of my stuff, but at the same time, a lot of this I'm trying to see just all right. So now this IC is stuck onto my stem cell. There you go. I gotta pull it back off to clean it because I knew those balls were gonna get everywhere. Um, and they did. I kind of saw it coming. And again, this is stuff that sometimes not you don't always see this. Most of the time, you just see the successful repairs, or you just see a straightforward video. Most people don't see the trial and error that sometimes goes into these repairs for learning. Because a lot of the times, it's a learning curve. And once you get that, then yeah, you can perform these jobs fairly easier. You know where to go. Uh, but when it's still a lot of it's learning or new issues pop up and you're not too sure, those get a little bit tough because you don't always know exactly where to look. It's bubbling. Shoot. Nah. Okay, so I'm having issues with the IC for whatever reason. Let's see what happened here. I don't think this reballed properly. Let's see. Push it down. Let me look at these. Nope. See how one ball is bigger right there on my little marker? That ball is big, and then that one's tiny. And then that one's big, and yeah, they're not even sized balls. Just and this is one of the reasons why I want to try out um, solder balls. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to be when it comes to using solder balls versus solder paste. So we'll see. All right, so this chip is dry, nice and clean. Let's do this one more time, please. Hopefully the last. Uh-uh. You know what? It's probably my stencil is a little dented from what I'm seeing, I think. All right. And honestly, I think what's happening here right now, it's the fact that I am heating this too fast and I'm causing the the solder to bubble up, and when it bubbles up, it kind of runs over to its next buddy. So I'm gonna try to heat this slowly. Oh, that's another problem. My temperature's super high. I didn't even see that over there. I'm gonna warm this up from far away. Just hope I don't start burning my fingers. See, I see the solder kind of rise up, and that's where. Okay, 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 okay. Ah, beautiful. I think those balls all went just fine. With the exception of one. Oh, look at that little guy right there. He's hiding, and this one looks swollen. So we might have had the same issue again. I might just reball that one by hand. Let me see. I mean, shoot, I could even look on the frickin' DXW and see if Yep, definitely that ball is bigger than the other. Um, Look at that one. Big ball, no ball. All the other ones are about the same size with the exception of those. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do something about that manually. So what I'll end up doing here is I'm gonna see if I can drain both of the balls or that'll mess this. Alright, so I messed up 3 balls. Good. That's not too bad. Now, can I put some solder paste on those and then just reball them? Let's see here. That's a lot. I thought I grabbed just a little bit. It's so crazy how I grab a little bit and it looks like it's a little bit, but under the scope, look at that. It's a freaking humongous amount. Alright, let's redo those under the stencil then. Wonder what happens if I lift this stencil. Like so. Will it leave my solder balls in place? It does. But I'm afraid they're gonna run over to its neighbor and say, "Hey, what's going on?" Let's see what it does. Let's see. Because I am running out of patience here. I don't normally have this much trouble with these. Yeah, we still have 2 balls a little bit short. All right. Let's put a little more balls on there. All right. I'm gonna run with this. All right. This is, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna do more troubleshooting tomorrow anyway. So, for the sake of this particular video, this is what we're doing for the end of today. Let me go back to my ZXW just to find out the position of these ICs. So, literally away from each other. So this one's pointing outwards. And ooh, don't scare me like that. That would be like my last straw for tonight. I would just say, all right, let's go home. Okay. So that one is backwards. So turn around, turn around. And this guy looks a little mutilated too now after grabbing it on and off, on and off, on and off. Doesn't look as healthy as he was at the beginning. All right. And then the other guy, it goes facing the opposite direction. All right, where is the dot? I see the dot. All right. That one's there. Where's the dot? I know it's in there. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, hey, I'm looking at the audio. I see. Sorry. The dot is, there it is. Right here. Okay. All right, let's cover the Nana. Let's do this quick, shall we? All right, I saw one side sit down. There you go. All right. That guy's good. Move on to this other guy. Oh shoot, you gotta be kidding me. I think I might have done this when I was cleaning. But I have a solder bridge, and those are never fun. Little right there. Let me see, are they supposed to be touching? Nope, because those are two lines from, man, these guys are probably going to be a pain in the butt to separate right now. I could already feel it. I could already feel it. Let me see. Guys, let go. Yeah, these guys are not going to want to let go. I'm going to have to pull one of them off. I'm telling you, if it's not one thing today, it's another. Let's pull one of them off. Come on, guy. You gotta go. You can't stay here. I'll bring it back in a little bit. All right, now let's little fellow back. Done. For this hot. Cool it off. I'm not gonna do no measurements, no diodes, no nothing. I'm simply gonna put this board in there and see if it turns on, if it gives me what I need, or if it doesn't. From here on, we will continue tomorrow if this doesn't do anything. I know I checked all my freaking readings on all the charging port, everything. All my readings were good with the exception of the ones that I've worked on. But could I have overlooked that something? Most definitely. Most definitely. So we could always troubleshoot this with a fresh mindset tomorrow. Just trying to get this ready for them because I think they kind of need it / wanted it sooner the better, as usual anybody would with their phone. But I can only do what I can only do. Tomorrow's gonna be a crazy day. Come on, dude, sit in there. There you go. 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 Everything's in there. Let's pull this one. I'm just gonna hook it up to the computer just to see what the computer does right away first or anything. Nada. Still dead. Still zero. Oh, no freaking way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you kidding me? Look, 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 look. Do it again. Do it again. We have an apple. I mean, a badger. Oh, I swear if this does it. Oh, man. I'm gonna wait for it to turn on. Now I can't leave. I cannot leave until this thing charges and turns on, and I can see if I can put it in DFP mode now. Telling you. I guess best. What do we learn out of all of this? For one, not to use parts from a damaged phone. I mean, you could if it's practical and you have no other option, kind of like I did in this moment. We ended up pulling, I forgot which one, what ICs were. I know it was U3300 and U6300. Both of them in charge of the actual USB port. Initially, that came out of a phone that was damaged, but it was not water damage. It had just gotten literally broken. So the odds of those chips was just kind of very slim. So I didn't think it would be an issue. But apparently, we just proved that it was an issue. I think initially the first chip, I think it was giving me that short. Is that where the short was coming from? I don't even remember anymore. It's late. But let me go back over here. Let me actually. 3:22 shows on there. The clock is wrong. It is actually 2:15 a.m. right now. Oh, pretty neat. We can actually put this like on the display monitor. Can I rotate this? I don't know. I've never actually tried to rotate any of these things, but anyways, we'll just leave it there on the monitor in the back. And now we're practically just waiting to see if this guy's gonna turn on or not. What the hell? There you go. I was like, something doesn't look right. Now it's charging. Do I have a long USB cable that I can charge for my fast charger? Because the computer's gonna take 2 hours to get it to turn on. Okay. Let me see, where is that charger? I don't have one? Okay, it's one. Okay, we'll use this one. Let's see what it does. Still hasn't turned on yet. Nope. Alright. So now let me just make sure, do we still have battery? Battery's still there, great. So now it's even telling me to connect the cable because the battery is dead. And if we see on the amp thing, how much are we drawing? It's still not enough. Oh, there you go. Point. There's 1 amp. Okay, so we got battery, 2 amps, 224. All right, so we're at full throttle right now. This should turn on hopefully within the next minute. Can we get the timer in here too? It's gonna be full screen, I knew it. We'll put the timer over here by the clock. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing with all these things, gadgets. Where's the music for this timer? Bring that down. We don't need that. That's music. I'm pretty sure it's gonna turn on within the 2 minutes. Or is it? Why is my headset charged so quick? I gotta block the things because they're not sponsoring this video. All right. Now we're back to the original message. Okay, so where is my timer? We can turn that off. And Go back to the bench. So we're back to the same message now. But again, we're not showing anything at all. However, we are showing regular charging current. So up, down to, let me see if I remember how to put this in DFU mode. And my main thing is I want to see if my 3U program is gonna pick it up. So let's put this guy down here. And it's 8, 10, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 7, 8. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Now, when this happens, we don't see nothing on the phone, but my system will tell me that we have a phone in DFU. So this is what we've been trying to get the whole freaking time and not been able to. So now we can actually go to Flash and restore this damn thing. Ah, what a long thinking progress is. Oh. But again, all that matters is that we've learned quite a few things. Honestly, probably next time if I was to see something like this pop up again, for one, I'm going to try to make sure I have the ICs in stock, both of them. Assuming that my readings are okay and whatnot, I'm going to go straight forward and replace both of them. I'm not going to one and the other, then this and that. No. Swap both of them up. It's kind of like just preventative maintenance. Call it that, and it is what it is. I still don't know how it got to this, considering they said that all it was the baby was, pushing buttons, locked it, disabled it. But being that the screen was completely different, maybe if I see this pattern in the future, I'll know right away that it's going to be a TriStar issue. Jessa does sell these TriStar testers, and I'm going to probably end up buying one pretty soon. And I know those will help out a lot, diagnose these problems where it tells you exactly what lines are either good, what lines are bad. Again, any tool that helps minimize the time of the repair, it's a good investment. This little guy right here, it was pretty expensive thermal camera, but definitely worth it. And I think I just stuck my finger in there in the lens. I hope I didn't, because my fingers are greasy, ugly, and yucky right now. Yep. Nice little pretty smudge. You probably got. I put a nasty smudge in there. Son of a gun. All right. So hopefully, as long as this phone doesn't run out of battery, being that we had just charged it, this phone should be back to normal now. Probably going to ask for the iCloud information. So when it does, and if it does, then of course the customer, I'm sure they know that, which they didn't care. I know they try to restore the phone themselves with iTunes, and even they couldn't do it because of the obvious reason. And by me getting that TriStar tester, most likely it would save me the time of having to guess, is it going to be the charging port? Is it going to be the cable that I'm using? Is it going to be, TriStar itself? Is it going to be, whatever? It's going to help out. So that's really what I'm hoping that it will do, which I know it will. I need to get me one. I know she was actually going to be giving one away. I don't know if that already happened. I had to go in like one of her videos and share it. When it was done or something, she was going to have the instructions, but I haven't had time to go look, unfortunately. So hopefully she hasn't done it yet and nobody's won it, because I was hoping I was going to win it. but I don't really ever win stuff, so that would be the day that hell freezes. Haven't heard that say in a while. But Sophia, your mom's phone should be back to normal. I hope. I don't see why not. I don't know how this happened. And I guess what took me on a kind of wild goose chase here was the fact that initially when I plugged it in, I was getting some charge. I was getting 800 to almost 1 amp of current. So that was that. So the phone was charging. If I would plug it into if the phone was dead and I plugged it up to the computer, it would wake up as if the computer's prompting it to boot. So it was just it was a little bit different this time than what I'm used to seeing. Normally it's completely dead. I got nothing on the charger. The computer won't see it, won't wake it up. So oh yeah, I forgot that. Sure. Yes.
Find the song. It won't wake it up.
Okay, I don't know why my Alexa was talking to me. Alexa, computer, play Yes, We Did It. Computer, play We Did It.
Play we on this Echo Dot. You need to upgrade your Amazon alternative. Would you like to learn more?
No.
Okay. You can sign up anytime by saying, sign up for Amazon Music. Here's a sample of or the Explorer.
All right, stop. Computer, stop. Okay, I don't want to get flagged for this freaking thing being in there. I guess it announced who it was from, so, but yeah, we did it. Oh, all right. Come on. Congratulations. Flame Flash completed. All right. So let's just finish for it to turn back on. Oh, I love that sound. Bam. All right, battery's at 3%. Verification report, we got everything. What's it got? A 98 score. Because of the screen. What's making it have a 98 score rather than 100? Battery life 90%. Blah 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 blah. PC charging 2 watts. That's how slow this freaking thing charges. At 2 freaking watts. Not even the the little blocks that they give you from Apple, the little tiny ones. Those are 5 watts. So this PC is charging it at 2 watts. That's why I said let's disconnect it from here because it was going to take forever. All right, so let's get this thing from here. And this phone should be finishing right now. I'm ready to go home, take a shower, lay down, watch TV, and go to sleep. Come on, Joe. I want to set it up. Got about 30 seconds left. Hello. Well, hello, sir. Welcome back. We have everything. We have serial number. We have everything, so we should be fine. We have touch. Of course we do. I just pushed the bottom one. Now, I don't know if we're going to have an iCloud account on here. Or look, one of the little freaking IC. Used to million of these. I don't even know what was what anymore. iCloud, no iCloud. Activation lock, no activation lock. Not that it really matters. It's been restored. I think they said that they had that if it did. Like that it was her personal one. Nope, there's not even a freaking iCloud on this phone. Can we set up? It's working. Oh, shaking. Is the freaking thing loose on the bottom? It is loose. I don't even know how that is loose. But anyways, we'll tighten that up. Good thing I heard that. Let's set that up later. I don't want a passcode. Don't use it. Don't transfer. Don't have. Set up later. Don't use. I agree. Whatever, 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 whatever. Whatever, 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 whatever. And we're home! Yes. Alright. So, freshly restored phone. Camera's working fine. How about selfie camera? Yeah, you see my green screen in the back. Okay, we're good. I was going to check the audio IC, but these don't have audio IC issues, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Where's my Phillips screwdriver? I'm going to tighten up these screws. I don't even know why they're loose. I would even mess with them. Because I was going to replace the charging port. Wonder if somebody else had already been here. Okay, so now, there you go. Now I just feel the vibration. Awesome. All right, so let's finish up this phone. We technically just gotta close it up and call it a day. You know what? The screws are not here. I have them at the other workstation. So anyways, guys, thank you guys all for watching. I hope we all learned something from this, including myself. Not to use used parts for broken phones, even though you might think they're right or they might be fine. Anyways, that's enough for tonight. Until next time.